awareness is coming through the portal. We are being exposed to a holographic beam, morphogenetic wave, some may call it, which is aspects of a lot of the energy that would be constructing the hologram, if you could put it like that. Essentially, is more consciousness coming in, so more of our awareness would be heightened based on the amount of work that we would have done or are doing on ourselves currently. There is a lot of talk about the December 21st portal transfer or a shift. I feel it is something that definitely we're gonna feel something internally based on the energy that's been coming in the last couple of days and weeks or even months, right? This whole year has been transformative, and it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. But yeah, I definitely know internally, yes, something is gonna occur. Physically, something might occur as well too. I've been having some visions and dreams about massive, planetary system, well, planetoid or planetary body appearing next to the Earth. If you ever watched this movie called I think is Another Earth, I think it is. Yeah, like a parallel Earth. Like I feel like reshifting is gonna be dependent upon like what frequency or vibration we are holding personally. So energetically, we yeah, like uh I mean physically it'll be exciting. It'll be so exciting if it actually transition, or we actually see like some significant shift physically. But again, that's like depending on the external for confirmation of something that is really occurring within. So I'm just saying it would be kind of cool. I sure you you all listening here know would kind of appreciate something, a physical kind of boom. Like, yeah, but uh yeah, it's from what I've been checking out, both feeling out within myself in meditation, and then also, or yeah, meditation, contemplation, and also I've been reading and getting confirmations through Voyager's books, The Secrets of a Mentee. I have been reading through about the holographic wave, morphogenetic wave, uh, the elevation of consciousness, how it will affect the physical. You would see it transforming or transitioning through the physical body, the planetary system, the solar system. You can see it in the way how the sun is changing. You can see it in how I don't know if mainstream science. You have to probably check out like alternative stuff on how the planets are actually changing. I think they were showing how Jupiter changed certain colors recently. I think Saturn as well too had some shifts going on over there. You're looking at the whole thing now with Jupiter and Saturn going into a conjunction. in the coming days, weeks, on the same December 21st or around that time, coming into Aquarius or Aquarian energy. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. So yeah, it's so the book basically explain how the energy coming in, the morphogenetic wave would create it's like an increase in photonic energy, right? Photons, um, but which could also be connected into this whole thing about a flash of light, which I also saw in a dream or vision that I had, with the planetary system actually appearing, um, the planetary body appearing outside of our Earth or next to our Earth, looking like a parallel Earth, and it sent out like a concussion wave frequency of light sound. It was intense in the dream. Um, from what I recall, I remember seeing it scorching the ground, and yeah, and upon that same second that it scorched the ground, things started to regrow. So it's a renewal, a shifting in the current fallen state of the reality or the consciousness into a renewal of the crystal or Christic consciousness emanating through the reality, tapping into our original spark, coming into the remembrance, reattaching, the repairing, the bringing of the two together, right, into the three, creating a trinity or a tri-wave consciousness outside of the bi-wave or the binary, moving into a trinary system. So yeah. They said in the book, it explained that there will be an increase in spiritual pressure. Uh, you would see it in certain aspects of what people would kind of recognize as ascension symptoms, depending on how clear your vessel is, how clear your consciousness is, how much work we've done personally on ourselves. We may be going through right now or in the coming weeks. Certain ascension symptoms or expressions, right? Um, I've been feeling some of it in and out. I know for sure before the full moon, some sinus manifestations that would be due to my I see it as like my third eye was clearing programs, um, and so it was. So yeah, but I mean, definitely let me know. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube as well too, so you can leave comments below. Um, it's some interesting times right now. I went through a couple of upgrades over the last couple of days. Um, Definitely feel a lot clearer in my consciousness, in my body. A lot higher frequencies are channeling through the system, and it came due to me like actually like free flowing and not like holding on, and it could be hard. It'd be real hard at times. Last night my cat actually transitioned. Yeah, she was. I mean, she was a fairly old. Well, yeah, she was in her elderly stages. We had her in the family for a while, and she was a very supportive cat, supportive being. She was not just a cat, but a very powerful being in a cat vessel of her choice. So she held space for us a lot of times. When we were sick, she would do some healing and even showed up in dreams at times as well. So yeah, she held space for us. She showed up in dream time. Like a battalion, man. Like, hey. So yeah, she transitioned. I like just before that, I played the song Crystal River, prayer and song, which is essentially a song of like kind of like a beacon, and it also guides the way home to your source, your consciousness, elevates it, clears the space. And while that was playing, uh, I saw her drinking of the waters, and I saw her. So this was in the spirit realm. I saw her shifting awareness and transitioning, kind of like moving, like turning into like particles of light, like a aqua, kind of like a aqua blue color, and turn into light and shifting. And this was I think, yeah, December the 1st, so that was maybe like still in the peak, in the energy of the full moon, which was pretty interesting. Again, it was a very powerful full moon too. So yeah, so it brought me into like because I was closer to her. She was close to all of us, and so I saw it. We did a ceremony and stuff for her, and it was definitely a part of the aspects of honoring, but not holding on to, right? And it ain't not easy. It's not easy because of our programming and stuff, um, but celebrating the lives that we have the opportunity to experience, the souls that are spirits that come into our lives, and honor them, love them, allow them to be. So yeah, in the book, it talks about spiritual pressure increasing. This will have an effect on the physical body, depending on how much we have let go, how much work we have done internally. Some will be transitioning. We'll be using this time, this energy to transition into the next phase of their growth. Depending on I would have mentioned this in the previous recording, DNA assembly. Yeah, depending on the work that is needed to be done, it will go to different allocations based on frequency. So yeah, but all in all, like the energy is increasing. is increasing, and I don't think it will turn back down. It's forward progression from here, always, like, no backwards, forward, right? So we're gonna see a change. We're gonna see that change, that representation in the physical reality as well of the energy coming in. We're seeing it. We're seeing some aspects of it. To be honest, you could see people, like, depending on which energy or which awareness you're observing, many are experiencing parallel realities, and the span of it is becoming more and more apparent. Like, it is way more noticeable now than maybe like a couple of months or years ago. So yeah, you could see one side pushing fear, the other side pushing one thing, then, but the main type of energies that you see in like contending is like a clash of fear and love, right? And in the end, love has won. So yeah, I mean, I could do a recording on that later, though. Yeah, we've been here. Many of us have been experiencing a lot of these different shifts for a while. On other planets, other lifetimes. For some here, this is their first transition. This is their first ascension in physical vessels. So yeah, but I hope you all are well. Holy faith. Faith is so important. So important right now. Yeah. Uh, if you need any guidance, any assistance with any, like, clearing or I kind of moving into more like guidance through those shifts, those transitions, instead of like me actually like doing a lot of the energy work for others. I do know that, and I do know and recognize that. Yeah, at times it can be hard depending on what it is. It could definitely be hard to see as well. So I usually do like intuitive, well, more empathic. What do they call that? Like feeling into the body, feeling sense, empathy. I'm able to like feel out certain emotions that may be trapped or stuck. So yeah, and I work with the crystalline frequencies, the crystalline energies, which will be moving out of the binary system into the trinary. So yes. So yeah, just give me a shout out on my email. The on I think on yeah on YouTube I will be able to post it there. I'm gonna post it below in the description. On my podcast, it is jeromehedley246@gmail.com. Right? So just shoot me a message. I usually do donation-based consultations, and then we move forward from there if need be, with other sessions. But I do a lot in those donation based consultations. So yeah, so just shout me out if need be. But some quick tips: definitely focus on getting the vessel clear. I mean, it depends, but follow your intuition though. Feel it out. Feel out. Like, learn to trust yourself more. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, feel out your body. If you feel any areas of tension, focus on it. Bring awareness to it. Uh, See light going into it, increasing the pulsation, the pulsating rhythm of the area. Uh, Pay attention to the thoughts that come up, that manifest, the feelings, the emotions that come up, and see it dissipating, see it processing, seeing it moving into a higher stage or a higher form of light, and then allowing this sequence, this transition, this change to permeate through your DNA. This will allow for it'll be like an accelerated shift in allowing for the processing of certain stuck energy within the body, and allowing it to transition through the DNA sequence, which would then it would in itself, is avoidance the word? It it would supersede the process of it manifesting within the physical reality. So you wouldn't have to, for the most part, process these lessons in the physical. Sometimes we do need to though. So yeah, but I'm gonna do some reading. I'm gonna share that insight in a later podcast or recording. So for those on my Anchor or following my podcast, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, you can definitely check out my YouTube, Unified Energetics. Also check out my Facebook page as well, Unified Energetics. And yeah, and to those on YouTube, check out my my podcast. Yeah, so yeah, always remember to hold the faith, allow the frequencies to pass through, process, bring love to yourself, shine that love to the world, to everything. Remember, they hold control when they keep us in fear. Fear is their weapon. It's the same as Star Wars. Think about Star Wars. They talk about fear. Fear leads to the dark side. Yes, sir. It's the same thing, or very, very similar. So yeah, actually, Star Wars has a lot of insight too. So you can definitely check out those key moments that Yoda would have talked about. Talking about fear and anger, and yeah, and pay attention to reality. What is directing the consciousness into being angry or fearing about something or someone, right? Pay attention to that. Feel it out. So yeah, I hold space for all of you. Love you very much. As reflections of self, beings of our reflections of the spectrum, sparks of the infinite creation, ever flowing within, creating action in the external, connecting to our wholeness of being. knowing the truth from within, wholeness.